All right, guys, welcome back to the channel where we track down, body snatch, and react to some of the wildest videos I can find out there. Like it, love it, or hate it, let's react to it.
Speaking of spiritual warfare and spiritual dimensions, two stories about people that have taken salvia, truly nightmare fuel. I was in this college, this guy
Yeah,
smoked.
dude, have you guys ever heard of this stuff? It's called salvia, and it is got to be one of the most insane drugs out there. It will literally give you an out of body experience, literally.
Some salvia, laid back, and all of a sudden he woke up, but he was a child and he lived his entire life. He's a child, teenager, went through everything, got married, had kids, grew old, had to bury his wife, became a grandparent, and then died of old age, basically, and then woke up at his college where he smoked salvia. And it broke his mind.
How could it not?
Yeah, how could it not break your mind? I mean, the dude just lived a whole entire life and then, like, even felt different emotions like love. Like, he was attached to a family and then he lost his family, had to bury his family, and then wake up to not even having that family ever. And you still have those memories. What a trip.
And he was weeping because he's like, that life wasn't real. I had kids that I loved. This next story, I would say, is even scarier.
Oh no. Great.
This guy, also college age, smoked salvia, and he was like basically transported to where he's standing on the side of the road, and he was just standing there. Then all of a sudden, he turned into a stone pillar, and he was a milestone, like a mile marker stone, for 300 years.
What?
And he said,
Can you imagine that? Turning into a fucking rock for 300 years? You got to sit there for. I can't even sit in this chair for longer than 20 minutes without needing to get up.
he watched the forest change. He watched horse and buggy, and eventually turned into cars and a highway. And then after 300 years, a construction crew came and tore him down, and he woke up.
Bro, you go and try to get stoned, you'd become one. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, like, think about claustrophobia. Like, you have a full intellectual mind, yet you're stuck like that
For 300 years.
Straight up terrifying.
OMG, guys. That would be crazy insane, right? Man, couldn't even imagine have to sit still for 300 years. Dude, that is blowing my mind right now.
The old craftsman in front of us is sharpening a kitchen knife. They're both made of iron, so why can one cut
Have you guys ever seen like the the way they make these knives? Dude, they are so sharp. It is insane. It's
the other?
crazy how sharp it is.
Actually, this isn't iron cutting iron. The tool in the craftsman's hand is called a sharpening blade, made of refined steel. Its hardness is several times greater than ordinary iron, allowing it to easily cut through metal. Using the principle of steel cutting iron, the craftsman can restore the knife's edge, making it bright and razor sharp again. Many people
Hey, what happened to a time where craft like this was a thing? You know what I mean? Where people shine shoes and sharpened your knives and you know what I mean? Just dry. I know there's dry cleaners everywhere, but you know what I mean.
worry, after sharpening like this a
But
few times, won't the knife eventually wear out? In fact, it won't. My kitchen knife is made with an ironclad
cheap.
steel structure. The outer layer is iron, while the inner core is sharp steel. What's shaved off by the sharpening blade is only the thin outer layer of iron, while the inner steel becomes even tighter and shinier. Nowadays, this kind of sharpening craftsmanship has become quite rare. Tell me, shouldn't we preserve
It sure has, hasn't it?
such traditional skills and keep them from being lost?
Look at the arsenal of vehicles this dude has. Dude's got some money. I mean, he could have built. He could have taken his whole life to build that. You never know. Yeah. Ooh.
Boy?
You let him drive, Dad. Leave him alone. You're like, hey, if you were my dad, you let me drive that truck. Them wheels are breaking loose right off the rip. I might wreck that thing, so don't let me drive
I
it.
think the planets around Alpha Centauri and Proxima Centauri, which are the closest star, it seems like there are planets around those now. And I think that
Put this one in because I've never heard of this planet or whatever it is he's talking about, but sounds pretty cool.
that was interesting because we could conceive of going there.
Right.
I mean, there was this idea, Stephen Hawking actually, and some others before he died had this idea called Breakthrough Starshot, which is the idea to send a little probe out to the Alpha Centauri system. And I think in their view, Yuri Milner as well, the entrepreneur, wanted to do that. And I think it's something like 100 years travel time or something with our current technology. And they pointed out that we don't do that now. We don't think 100 years in the future. But if you go back when people were building cathedrals, people used to routinely
We don't. We don't think about 200 or 100 years in the future here in America. Places like China, they do.
start projects that would take 100 years to bear fruit.
Yeah.
And so we could imagine going there. And that then becomes fascinating, I think, because then you've got a solar system, another solar system that you could go and visit conceivably.
Guys,
I mean, that would be super dope, right? To be able to travel to another star system, go to another planet. Can you imagine how clean the air would be? You haven't had hundreds of years of pollution just devastating our Earth. Maybe. They might have a trash problem there. You never know.
old man lion attack buffalo.
Yeah.
Matters from tourist. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no, very sad.
Very
This
sad. That buffalo's gone.
dude is a liar and a fat mouth, and he's out here trying to smut me, and I'm gonna prove to you right now that he's full of shit.
I was
Prove it.
walking past the city hall sign, and there
You guys, with this Antifa stuff, this is crazy. What is going on out there in Washington, man?
were 3 boys and 1 girl up there chanting and screaming, and
So he's telling the truth on that. There's the footage of his goofy ass right there.
you walked right up and you're like, "Hey, you want to come on down here and I'll go ahead and platform you on my 2.4 million followers and give you a voice."
Yes, I often like to do that. I offer that to a lot of people because I was blessed with a large platform, and I like to share that with people, especially when they're passionately protesting.
JD, we see you, my man. Don't trip. They can go into wood chipper too.
And then they were like, "No, we're gonna get our message out maybe later," and you were so fucking upset.
It's actually the exact opposite of what happened, and I can prove it. I'd love to give you guys my platform. I'd love to hear your voice.
I'm gonna fly right now. That would be like the most amazing thing. I should not have to live in fear.
All right, so my man JD is offering his platform for these Antifa fucks to go in and share their view, which is fine. You know what I mean? I don't totally disagree with Antifa. I disagree with the way they're fucking acting right now. That's wild, man. You don't need to be out there in the middle of the street causing riots and having the police show up and shoot out tear gas and all that other shit. And act like a man, act like a woman, and you know what I mean? Do this shit peacefully. Why the fuck? Why tear shit up, man? You're supposed to be, you know what I mean? Supposed to be creating some sort of peace here. That is not it.
24/7 because someone halfway across the country decided that my people didn't work long and hard enough for respect. It's a joke. Donald Trump can suck my dick.
That chick has a dick. Just so everybody knows.
That was very passionate. Good for you.
Sorry,
I don't know, I have a big personality and a lot of emotion, and these greedy corporations, it doesn't just start with Trump. Even if we remove Trump from office, it's just billionaire friends. It's the billionaires that run our world, make our every world decisions, buy up all of the food, buy up all of the housing, and then raise the prices of everything.
Listen, I get it, my guy. You're old.
No, I don't get it, my guy. Fucking job, dude. Bro, ain't none of us doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Not you, JD. The dude over there complaining about all the billionaires running this place. Well, that ship has already sailed. It's already happening. Like, why is that? And if you want to change something, use your voice. The pen is mightier than the sword. Okay. If you guys are going to your legislator and your governor and you're bringing up legitimate issues, they can address it that way. They can't address it if you're in the middle of the fucking street starting fires and fights.
You're irrelevant. You've never really done anything with your life. So you want to hate on me, but you can
Sorry,
lie on
man.
me.
Now, I'm a little bit passionate
But
about
why would you lie on these young kids that are out there bravely making their voices heard and who wanted to use my platform to be able to do so? It's kind of ironic that you would call me a grifter while blatantly, knowingly lying, not just on me, but on these youngsters, when the only thing that I was out there trying to do was give opposing viewpoints a bigger microphone to be able to talk to the world. But you look like the type of dude who's not allowed within 1,000 feet of a school.
and allowing opposing viewpoints on his platform is so respectable. How can you not respect that? He's given his enemy, a chance to speak their voice so he can learn from it. But no, it's not what's happening.
So I completely understand why you don't like me.
I'm about to attempt something I've never tried on this channel before. It could be extremely dangerous, but I'm willing to provide quality, exciting content for you guys. And it goes without saying, but don't try this at home. I'm gonna be hand feeding my Carloses. I know, but let this show my dedication to you guys. I'm ready, let's do this.
Ow. Give me that. Ow, Carlos, ow.
He's fighting.
You're pinching me, man. That's not the wafer. Good boy, good guy. Ow.
Yippee! Yeah.
Ow. You're attacking me. I got a bad feeling about this, Carlos. Ow. Ow. Didn't even
Bro, let go of his food.
go for the wafer. Alright, man, you got it. He's hugging it like I'm gonna steal it. Don't worry. I didn't forget about you, Carlos.
Are they both named Carlos?
Ow. Okay. That one wasn't too bad.
This footage was supposedly taken from a surveillance camera above the Space Mountain ride at Disneyland. If you look closely, there's a strange misty figure entering the ride from the left-hand side of the screen, taking a seat.
Do you guys see it?
Next to the single rider.
Oh, I see it.
The figure, which has come to be known as Mr. One Way, is said to be often seen riding the attraction when there's a spare seat. He's described as having reddish hair and a red face. Supposedly, he'll even talk to you while you wait in line. He then boards the ride, but mysteriously disappears before it finishes. Mr. One Way has also been spotted in the cast members' locker rooms inside the Space Mountain building. Some believe it to be the spirit of a man who supposedly died on the ride way back in the 1970s.
Sorry, I just had some weird ass
The city that burned
thing pop up on my screen and I had to get it off. My bad.
itself to survive. Carthage's fiery sacrifice. They set their own city on fire, not out of defeat, but out of defiance. In 146 BC, Carthage faced.
I can understand that move right there, out of defeat, out of defiance instead of defeat. Kind of like in prison, you know. We know that they're gonna if if it were yes, okay, sorry. So let's say there was a riot in prison and they wanted like we know that they're gonna stop that riot. We know that either the cops are gonna do it, and if they can't, the National Guard will come in and stop that riot. Period. But things are destroyed in the process due to defiance more than defeat. You know, it's just like a F you to them. You know what I mean?
Its end at the hands of Rome. After 3 Punic Wars, Rome had had enough. When Roman forces breached the walls, Carthaginians refused to surrender. Instead,
Where do they come up with these names? Carthaginian?
they burned everything: homes, ships, food stores, turning their city into a furnace. Carthaginian fighters, including women and children, fought street by street using rooftops, boiling oil, and traps. For 6 days, the city resisted. Even as flames devoured temples and streets ran red, Carthage sent a message to the world: we may lose, but we will never bow. The city was erased, salt scattered in its soil to prevent rebirth. But the legend of Carthage? That fire never died. If you believe history remembers the brave, drop a fire and follow for more ancient battles that shaped the world.
However, with all the prison stuff said, if you lose, take your loss like a fucking man. All right, guys, that's it for the show for today.
Vatican City.
I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking us out. You guys like the content, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Until next time, stay lifted. Much love.